Yo, what is up, guys? Grim here. This is going to be a quick channel update. Not even quick, just where we're going basically in the future. I think this channel's going really well. I think it's going to be a pretty big thing, and I want to share it with you guys just a few things coming up. So, just to start off with, I just want to talk about the EK Nova video guide that I said I was going to bring out today. The reason it's not out today is I filmed it and I went to go talk about everything, and it turned out it was going to be well and truly over an hour and a half long. So I filmed it, and I got up to an hour, and I still had so much stuff left to talk about. It was just ridiculous, and it was basically a documentary at that point, and I don't think anyone wants to watch a full-on documentary on EK Nova, especially not on YouTube. It was going to take me 4 hours to upload on Aussie internet, so that was just a little bit too much. So it's going to be delayed a little bit. So basically, for my guides about all my builds, the way we're going to do it is I'm going to start off making a few little videos. I'm going to release them all probably tomorrow or maybe a little bit later because of Christmas. It's going to be about kind of like status effects like freeze, shock, and all that stuff that you need to know about. So I don't have to explain that in the guide. I'm going to make a video about leveling as a Templar and Inquisitor and how to do that. So I'm going to take you through all of the gem kind of setups that you need for that, and kind of like a little bit about the passive skill tree. That's probably coming out tomorrow as well, along with the ailments one. And then in addition to that, the next day we're going to do basic EK Nova, so without the Headhunter, without Inspired Learning. So you're going to use that to progress your Atlas and stuff like that. So that's going to be coming out. And then the next day is going to be Inspired Learning, along with Headhunter, probably. But yeah, as I say, things might be a little bit delayed because Christmas is coming out. Merry Christmas, everyone, by the way. Hopefully you guys have a great holiday as well. But yeah, so things might be a little bit delayed. I know some of you guys are really waiting for the guide. You're basing your characters around that and stuff like that. Don't worry, you will not be disappointed when it comes out. I'll show you a little bit of what kind of we're working on here. Like I've got basically everything you will ever need covered here. So we've got like what you're going to be leveling at from each point. We've got like different stages of the build here. I'm going to be explaining all of it, like links, colors of the links that you need. Like all the different stuff about immunities here. You're going to have like our solutions, different options. So we're going to talk about the Watcher's Eye and stuff like that, how to generate your Power Frenzy and Endurance charges, all that good stuff. I'm going to cover every single little thing about the build. And then we also have a gearing guide and all the different options you have with your links based on what you're doing. So we have like all this kind of stuff. If your light poacher has 2 sockets instead of 3 and stuff like that, what you want on your gems, your abyss jewels, everything is going to be covered, even down to the fact that if you want to use portal or decoy totem. And then I've also got down here a gearing guide, so all the different body armors you could be using, what you want on your rare items when you get them. All this stuff is going to be covered in the most amount of depth you've ever seen in a guide. That's why it was going to take well over an hour and a half to explain. So I'm going to break that up into like little videos for you guys so that you can watch it in bite-sized chunks instead of one big documentary. This ain't David Attenborough. This is Grim's channel, so I'm going to put the Varwind stuff back on here so you can watch that. That's nice and fun to watch. So yeah, that's coming up. Expect a lot of content from that. Thanks for all the subscribers. I really appreciate it. I love reading all the comments. It's really fun. And just a few other things that are coming up in the pipeline. So apart from all the guides that are coming out, we've also got a really exciting thing coming up. I'm currently working on developing a PoE website, which I'm really hyped up about. I think when you look at PoE and you look at other games, like in comparison, like you've got World of Warcraft and stuff like that, they all have websites which fully support the game and explain how the game works to newcomers. Like I don't know if you guys have played World of Warcraft, but it has things like Wowhead, which is a complete kind of repository of data about the game. You can look up anything in the game and it'll tell you, it'll have an in-depth guide about it. And you've got like kind of more specific things like Noxic and Icy Veins. And if you maybe play Hearthstone, they have stuff like Tempo Storm and stuff like that. So basically what I'm aiming to make here is something along those lines where a new player can rock up and they can get a really good idea of how to play PoE. And if you're an end game kind of veteran, you can also get a bit of information as well. So basically what we're going to be starting with on that website is currently I'm doing a lot of manual data entry. I'll kind of show you what I've been doing for the last few days. So basically what I've been doing is I've been going through every single item in the game. You can see here it's every single item base. And I've been inputting all the data about it. So you've got minimum damage, maximum damage, attack speed, all this kind of stuff. So the website's going to calculate all that. So basically when you have an item base and you add rare modifiers on top, You won't just see kind of a static image. It's actually going to calculate the DPS for you as you add mods. The other thing I really wanted to do was really work on giving clarity of information to players. So we'll throw Valwins back on here. And what I mean by that is, so we're going to have a list of all the unique items. So you're going to be able to go uniques. You're going to be able to sort by weapon. So let's say you wanted to make a new bow character. What you're going to be able to do is go uniques, bows, and you'll have a list of all the unique bows, and they'll be color coded for you. So we're going to use the WoW kind of colors. So a legendary like item is orange in WoW. So if an item is really good and it's the best item of the class, we're going to color code it orange. So a good example is Adziri's Disfavor. So if you're a new player, you're going to come in, you're going to be like, what's the best axe I can get? Cool, it's Adziri's Disfavor. I can see that by the color here. It's sick. And then maybe a Debion's Dirge is really good, but it's really common. So we're going to color code that one in blue for you. And we're also going to have where you obtain it and a few tips on how to use the item. So we're going to explain kind of the advantages and disadvantages of the item. So let's say a new player gets something like a Cosprey's Malice. They're thinking, what the hell is this used for? I have no idea. Maybe they want to use that item, but they just don't know how. We're going to direct you in the right direction for that. We're going to have a little note there. There's a lot of work and there's a lot of things that we have planned, but I really wanted to tell you guys and share kind of what we have going on. That's going to be coming in the coming weeks. We're working really, really hard on it right now. There's just a lot of manual labor to get something like this going on. So yeah, that's really exciting. You got a lot more content coming in coming up. So in terms of really structured guides, I'm going to give you the best I possibly can. I'm going to go over every little tiny detail and break it up into different videos so that you guys can really understand it. Maybe skip what you already know and then move on to stuff that you don't know. So that's going to be really good. We've got the website coming up, and I just want to answer one more question about streaming. Currently, I'm living in Australia, so if you've looked at other Australian streamers, they'll often talk about their internet and how it really limits kind of what you can do in terms of streaming. This is 100% the case with where I live. So basically, my internet is if you like took like plastic bottles and you connected it with string, that's the quality of my internet. It's complete and utter garbage. So if I was to stream, it would be in 480p and I would be all fuzzy and you'd probably have a lot of packet loss. So that's probably why I probably won't be streaming. But if you guys don't care about that and you want me to stream anyway, and enough people want it, maybe I'll consider it. Because it does sound like a lot of fun. I've tried it a little bit and I did enjoy it. It's just the internet thing can be a bit of a challenge. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming up. If you have any suggestions about guides or anything like that, or formats or anything like that, let me know. If you have any suggestions for the website about what you'd really like to see or what you think is missing in the community, please leave that in the description. We have a lot of time on our hands in terms of development time over the holidays here. So if you have any really good ideas, we will most likely be able to make it. Once all the like raw data entry stuff is done, it's really quick to put in new features. So if you want an abyss jewel crafting thing, then we can do that. If you want an item crafting thing with specific features, we can probably do that as well. So definitely drop a comment down below. We're really enthusiastic about bringing a sick website to the community with a lot of tools and a lot of new player kind of guides and stuff like that, like leveling guides and all that stuff. I'm really interested in doing that. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this quick update. Sorry the EK Nova video isn't up straight away because I just really didn't think anyone would want to watch an hour and a half video, and I still had more to say. So I think this format's going to be a lot better. I'm going to continue releasing videos coming out, and I'm going to try and cover a lot of the different aspects of the game. Just one more thing I wanted to add here is I think a lot of people in PoE kind of make the mistake of being on a high horse a little bit, like I know everything. I just wanted to go on the record and say I don't know absolutely everything about PoE. So in the future, if small things kind of come up where it's like, hey, that's not right, Grim, what are you talking about? There is a chance that I've got it wrong, and I would love it when you guys post in the description. That really, really helps me out because when you teach me something, then I can go on record and kind of make a new video and then share that knowledge with everyone. And I think that's really important in PoE because it's such a complex game. It's really hard to completely understand every little part of it. And a perfect example was that kind of attack speed on the weapon, the local attack speed thing, which I made a video about just before. So thanks again, guys. I really appreciate all the support. It's been a phenomenal experience so far, and I well and truly expect to continue doing this for as long as everyone sticks around. And I'm really hyped up about the website. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for the beginning of our kind of video adventure through kind of different EK Nova stuff. That'll be really exciting, and hopefully you guys are looking forward to it. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.